you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, but there's a sound in the back of the throat that's like the ocean or Darth Vader. So let's try this. On the inhale, breathe in through the nose, open up the mouth, stick out the tongue, go like a snake. Feel those muscles at the back of the throat contract. Now do that again. Inhale through the nose, but keep the mouth closed, and exhale through the nose, making that hissing sound at the back of the throat. Then inhale through the nose and make that hissing sound at the back of the throat. Now let's put a metronome to that. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha, lift up at the pelvic floor. For ladies, that's a Kegel exercise. For gentlemen, that's a Kegel exercise. So you're lifting up at the vaginal walls or the perineum so that you can actually become a little lighter in the practice. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth, Ashtanga Namaskar. So your belly's not on the ground, your hips are not on the ground. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press in the hands, slide forward, Bhujangasana, squeeze the legs together, keep the elbows bent. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. So let's do that again. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, drop to the knees. Keep your hips in the air. Bring your chest and your chin to the ground so you're like a zigzag. Then press into your hands, lift your chest, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Good, much better. If you don't want to assist tonight, raise a leg and down dog split. If you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, you guys can go to the front. Inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Sorry, echo. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the right knee into the chest, bring the shoulders over the wrist like a push-up. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the left elbow, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow, shoulders over the wrist, looking forward and stay. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale 1, Mula Bandha is engaged. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Exhale, bend the right knee. Externally rotate the right leg. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. And exhale, place the right foot on the floor. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, lift the left leg up into a down dog split. Exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the right elbow, shoulders over the wrist. A little twist there. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Then exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the left elbow, shoulders over wrist, and stay looking forward like you're doing a push-up. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift the left leg back up into a down dog split. Exhale, bend the left knee, externally rotate the left leg. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, place the left foot on the floor. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the windows. Exhale, bend your elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward on the outside of the right hand. Exhale, step the left foot on the outside of the left hand and come down to a squat. Bring the hands together, press out with the forearms, squeeze in with the knees. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Place the right foot on the outside of the left knee joint. Dorsiflex the left foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, a little closer to the hip than the wall. Press into the hand and roll the right shoulder back. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, bend the left knee. Place the left foot on outside of right knee. Dorsiflex right foot. Inhale, lift right arm up. And then exhale, twist left. Left hand comes behind you, closer to the hip. Inhale. So bring the hand a little closer and shoulders over hips. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And I'll come back to center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend both knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet are hips width distance apart, about 2 fists. Take the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing toward the windows. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Bring the chin to the chest and come sit down. And you can sit on a block or a blanket. So we're like, for those of you who are new to us, every month we have like an exploration, like one idea that we're kind of thinking about and teaching and studying. And this month, the exploration is called the name game. And we're like asking ourselves, like, does the way that we see ourselves and how the world sees us change because of our name? Simple as that. And is that our true identity, or is that like a false mask, a mask of ego that we tend to wear as a defense mechanism to keep ourselves safe? Yoga asks you to remove the mask, to remove the things that are artificed, and kind of strip everything away to almost, there's just this essence of who you are. And that essence of who you are, like, isn't really your physical being. It's something deep down inside of you that's more akin to light than flesh and bones. But Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras, he tells you there's these 5 things that keep you from knowing your true self. And so we're going to chant those 5 obstacles or kleshas. So turn to page 42. We're going to chant 2.3. And these are the 5 obstacles to yoga. So 3 ohms. Om. Om. Call and response, 2.3. Avidyam, avidyam, asmitam, asmitam, ragam, ragam, devasya, devasya, abhidibesha, abhidibesha, klesha, klesha. So you see those dashes in between the words. They're not supposed to be there. We've divided this up so you can see each individual word. When two vowels come together, the second vowel is silent. That's a sandhi. So avidya asmita would become avidya smita, avidya smita, ragadavasya, ragadavasya, abhidibesha klesha, abhidibesha klesha. And when it all comes together, it will be avidya smita ragadavasya abhidibesha klesha. Avidya smita ragadavasya abhidibesha klesha. One time together. Avidya smita ragadavasya abhidibesha klesha. So these 5 kleshas being an obstacle, are also a fluctuation. It would be considered one of the fluctuations of the mind. Remember when Patanjali says, Yogas chitta vritti nirodha, calm the mind, calm the chitta. So a klesha would also be one of the fluctuations. He calls it, like, sometimes he uses different words for the same thing. When he's saying it as an obstacle to the path of yoga, it's a klesha, but when he talks about it as a fluctuation or what's going on in the mind, he calls it then this idea of chitta, right? The chitta vrittis, right? The fluctuating mind. So he first says that the first klesha is avidya. Avidya is misknowing, is a kind of ignorance, a kind of like not really recognizing something, right? And so you kind of just don't recognize your true nature. Like I said, being a light being instead of just flesh and blood. You identify with the body. We all do. And society wants you to. You know, culture wants you to identify with the body. That's why they can sell you clothes, right? They can sell you stuff. They want you to identify with the body. That's how they market things. But yoga says, well, you have a body, you have a mind. You're not the body, you're not the mind. You know, you can still buy nice clothes, but you know, buy the clothes you like. Don't buy the clothes that's been marketed to you because of some kind of misidentification, right? Then asmita, egoism, because once I've misidentified something, my ego gets attached to that identification. And when it's challenged, I get really upset. I don't like having that challenged because I'm comfortable with in my ignorance. Like, remember that old saying, ignorance is bliss, right? So you're in that blissful state of just being ignorant to the real situation, right? You're just happy being the way you are. And then raga is the attachment to that pleasure, right? That's where you don't like being confronted. And then when you're confronted with something you don't like, devasya happens, hatred. You become angry, right? And then out of that becomes this fear of death. That's the final one. I think that's the one that probably is the most important, is that when we're identifying with this finite physical body instead of the spiritual side of us, we think that we're just going to live forever. We think that this is the ultimate be all. We all can agree everybody's going to die, but one person in the room, me, I'm not ever going to die, because when that day that it happens, the body fails you, you're angry at the body. I mean, how many people have you known that has happened to them? They've gotten sick, and not only are they depressed and upset, but they're also angry at their own body for failing them. So Patanjali says, if you want this thing called yoga, recognize them. recognize that there's these kleshas. If you look at what he says in 2.10, he says the 5 fluctuations or klesha are overcome by going back to the origin or this original source of those fluctuations. Now, I find that fascinating to unpack. Like, what does that mean? How do I get back to the source of that? Well, you really have to go backwards all the way to when you were a child. And from the moment you were born into the body, that everything around you, your parents, everybody has been grooming you to be involved with these kleshas. And when you kind of accept that and you see that overarching kind of like influence in your life that's gone on for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, right? Then you go, wow, I really have to do the work on the mat to let these go back to their original source. You realize how much baggage you have, right? So just think about that as you practice the sadhana tonight. Like, think about, like, what is your true identity? And what does that mean to even ask that? You know, you don't have to have an answer. I don't have an answer for you because you have to answer it, right? But it's a good place to start when you're practicing your yoga. Who am I? And what does it mean to be in this body and have this body and mind? But what is the ultimate spiritual goal of having that body and mind? Fold up your chant books. I'll come by and pick them up. Come to the top of the mat, standing in Tadasana, mountain seat, big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Gaze is at the horizon. And just take a moment, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. And set a higher intention for the sadhana today. That idea of questioning, who am I? And the answer may not come today. It may take lifetimes to come. But the start is today. And that's a good place to start. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana mountain seat. With straight legs, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back into a lunge, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, push seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, left foot next to the right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot all the way back, looking forward. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, push seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between hands. Exhale, right foot next to the left and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana mountain seat. Let's do that again, but I'm going to add on to it. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot all the way back. Exhale, drop to the right knee. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up and arch back, keeping the shoulders square. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Mula Bandha's engaged. Exhale, chaturanga. Don't put your knees down. Inhale, upward dog. Move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Exhale, drop to your left knee. Inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step, left foot forward next to right, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back. Exhale, dropping to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, dropping to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step right foot next to left and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Let's do that one again. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot steps back. Exhale, drop to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, drop to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step left foot forward next to right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift hips. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, drop to the right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step right foot forward next to left, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer at the center of the chest, twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Now, as you do this, please bring your feet together and your knees together. That's the way you know what the left and the right is doing. Then sit a little lower in your seat. As you sit lower, put your left hand on the floor outside your right foot. Use a block if you need to. Blocks are so helpful. They are called friends, and friends help each other. Now, as you put your left hand down, move your left hand back toward the wall behind you so your left arm stays on the outside of your right leg. Shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot all the way back into a long lunge. Exhale, push through your left heel. On your inhale, extend your right arm toward the windows and look into your right palm, standing spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1, you want to ground down fully through the hand. Exhale, 2, you don't want to use your thumb like a kickstand. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, step the left foot forward next to the right. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer at the center of the chest. Knees are bent. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. And then exhale, bring the hands together in center of the chest. Twist deeply over to the left. As you twist, get those feet together and sit a little lower. Then put your right hand on the block outside your left foot with your fingers pointing forward and press all the way down. See how much more grounded you are? Shift weight into your left foot. Step your right foot all the way back like a lunge. Exhale, push through your right heel. Then inhale, extend your left arm toward the windows. Look into your left palm, standing spinal twist. Good for you. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms up toward the sky, Asana. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana, pressing palms into floor blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, left heel turns down, come up Virabhadrasana 1 and stay. Exhale, pull the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, left heel's down. That's the difference between a lunge and a warrior. Inhale. Exhale, arms extension from heart so you're not bending like your Mata Hari. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extending. Exhale, reaching toward the right. Place the right hand on the right shin, left arm lifts up. Triangle Trikonasana, so horse, there you go. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift all the way up, stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior 2. As you bend the right knee, right thigh parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 1, push into me. Push, push. Inhale, ground down through your left foot. Exhale, 2, push, push, push. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg, 1 breath. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Put the right hand on a block outside the right foot. Use a block so you're not laying on your right leg. Then inhale, extend the left arm toward the windows and look into the left palm. As you do that, kind of lift your left shoulder and find the extension from the back of your left foot to the left fingertips. So there's the extended angle. Think of it as geometry. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Come onto the ball of the left foot like a lunge. So that's where you would want to use that leg like that. On the inhale, extend the right leg and move the left foot forward till the heel is on the ground, about halfway. And you want to be grounded. You don't want the left hip turned out anymore. You're closing the hip. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull the right hip back. Then exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Press the palms down. As you press the palms down, let your scapula, your shoulder blades move away from the spine. So lengthen through the body instead of jacking your shoulder blades up by being on your fingertips. Exhale, 1. Inhale. There. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. A little rotated triangle. Bring the left arm in front of the right leg. Put your left hand on a block outside your right foot. You want to ground down in your left hand because that's your balancing point. Take the right hand to the right hip, pull the right hip crease back. Listen, your left forearm should be touching your right leg. If it's not, bring your left arm back further toward the wall behind you. Then lift the right arm up and look over the right shoulder. Rotated triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Press into the right big toe mound if you're falling. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, place the right hand down. Frame the right foot with both hands. And then exhale, just simply step back, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turning the right heel down, 45-degree angle. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1, and stay. Exhale, make a little space from the shoulders and the jaw. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee a little deeper, guys. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extending the left leg. Exhale, reaching to the left, pulling right hip back, left hand on left shin, right arm reaches up, triangle, Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, pressing the feet, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Left thigh parallel to the earth, really getting in that hip flexor. Exhale, 1, kind of push into my hand so you ground through the right foot. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg 1 breath. Then exhale, bend the left knee, place the left hand outside the left foot. I like a block for that here again. You don't want to collapse on the left leg. And then extend the right arm toward the windows. As you do that, really rotate the shoulder, pull the shoulder blade down the back and push through the outside of the right foot instead of collapsing. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down. Come onto the ball of the right foot like a lunge. Yeah. Then exhale, extend the left leg. Move the right foot straight forward about halfway until the heel is on the ground, about where my toe is. Now notice how you're twisting. Pull the right hip back, down, left hip back. Extend through the legs, both of them, yeah, and then exhale, fold. Now watch, if you lift that up and ground, so lift that other block up. Good, now fold, but pull energy up your leg instead of bending. Because if you're bending, you're not doing anything for that hamstring. It's still going to stay tight. Exhale, 1. Pull energy up it. It's not about locking the knee, but it is about pulling energy up the body. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Now bring the right arm in front of the left leg. Let your right arm touch your left leg. You don't want to be away from each other. Bring your right hand a little back toward the wall behind you. Then bring your left hand to your left hip. Pull your left hip back, pulling energy up the front of your left leg. Then lift your left arm up into the air. Notice the energy's going up your leg. If you're bending the knee, then you're going to raise that block up so that you can actually stay stable. Because if you're bending, you're falling. Notice if you're doing that, you're falling. Exhale, 2. Extend through the joint. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On the inhale, place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with both hands. Exhale, simply step back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Exhale onto the right hand, the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm up, side plank, and stay. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale onto the left hand, the outside of the left foot. Raise the right arm up, side plank. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop down to the left knee. Move the left knee behind the left hip. Then lift the torso up and place the hands on the right thigh. Okay? So hands on the right thigh. And then start to move your right foot forward a little bit, especially if you have a tendency to be a little short stance in Warrior 1 or Warrior 2. Now start to move your hips toward the windows. Your right knee will overshoot your right ankle. So your right knee will be in front of your right ankle. You're starting to go into a little bit of a back bend, and you'll feel the left quad open up. Then start to raise your arms up alongside your ears. Then interlace the fingers together with the index fingers going up toward the ceiling. Then really lengthen through both sides of the body and start to arch back, moving your pelvis forward, lifting your abdomen away from the right thigh. So you're going into this deep back bend of Anjaneyasana, right? Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Lift the shoulders up. Place the hands on the floor, frame your right foot. Now tuck the left toes under, so your left heel's going toward the ceiling. So not on top of the foot, heels up. Now push your glutes all the way back toward your left heel, extending your right leg out. And as you do that, let your glute touch your left heel and walk your arms toward the windows, folding forward. Your right toes are going to be pointing up toward the ceiling. This isn't an asana. This is just a runner stretch, right? You see runners do this all the time, but it's like the killer hamstring stretch. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now inhale. Lift your head and shoulders. Start to bend your right knee. Put your right foot back down on the floor. Your hips will lift naturally. Then lift your torso up. Bring your arms alongside your ears again. Then this time, bring the hands together in the center of your chest. Now twist deeply over to the right. As you twist deeply over to the right, I want you to think about what your left armpit is doing. Get your left armpit on your right leg. So you got to sink a little lower and move your right knee forward. Now I want you to look at the floor. And I want you to put both hands on the floor with your fingers pointing toward this wall to the right. Both hands are going to be like chaturanga hands, about shoulders distance. Now, if you have a hard time getting your hands on the floor, blocks are terrific, but you need both blocks. So I'm going to give you a little chance, if you need a little propping, to get both blocks over here, because blocks are good for this. But the deal is you really want this left arm on the outside of that right leg. So I would say go back a little bit more Now, start to lift your hips up by lifting your left knee up. Now, bend your elbows. Make a shelf for your right thigh. So bend both elbows and start to tilt to the right. As you tilt to the right, think of your face falling onto the floor on the outside of your mat. Your right leg will extend toward the windows. Your left leg will extend back toward the wall behind you, coming into Ekapada A. Good. Now extend the right leg. Exhale 1, but get it on your arm. Exhale 2. Inhale. Good echo. Exhale 3. Good boom. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Come sit down in Adva Matsyendrasana. Just cross your legs like scissors and sit down. Good for you. Okay, so that was hard. All right. So left knee's bent, right foot's on the outside of the left thigh. So now you're going to do a twist, okay? So this foot comes back right here. Now lift the right arm up. Left arm up. Left arm. Then twist over to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Then inhale, come center. And exhale, counter twist over to the left. Then inhale, come center, move the left shin forward, open up the right knee, put the right shin on the left leg, the left shin underneath the right. So you're going to stack your shins like fire logs. If there are variations to this, you can always extend the left leg. You want your ankle off your knee. So when you come into this, it's a little different from a Padmasana or lotus. You're going to put that there, and that's going to go there. Then you're going to pull your toes toward each other. So then your foot needs to go a little bit further out. And then lift the head and chest. A little tightness in that right hip. So lean a little over to the right, like you did in that Ekapada Vinyasa. Put both hands over there to the right. And just lean and then walk around in a semicircle and fold forward in front of your mat. And that right knee will go down if you do that. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good on your inhale. Lift the head and chest. Lift the knees up. Cross one ankle over the other. Doesn't matter. The right leg's going to be on top. Bring the blocks onto the floor next to the hips. Lift your feet up. Press into your hands. Lift your seat up. Give a little rock. Give a little roll. Jump, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So now you got to do the other side. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. And then exhale, drop down to the right knee. Move the right knee behind your hip. So already getting into the front of that right quad. Lift the torso up, place the hands on the right thigh. Your left thigh. Move the left knee forward a little bit. Then lift the arms up alongside the ears, interlace the fingers together, and reach up through both sides of the body. So you need that stretch through the armpit to get in the twist. And then exhale, arch back and move the hips forward. Target area, you'll feel the stretch in the front of the right leg. Exhale 1. Your left knee is going to overshoot a little bit, so that hip is going to move forward and the groin is going to go down. Exhale 2. Feel the difference? Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Lift the head and chest up a little bit. Place your hands on the floor. Tuck your right toes under so the heel is toward the ceiling. Start to push your hips back towards your right heel. Extend your left leg out. Your toes will lift off the ground on the left foot. You'll be on your heel. And then fold and walk the arms forward. Little runner stretch, right? Exhale 1. Now a little hamstring. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the shoulders, move your hips, come back, putting your left foot on the floor. Let your left knee overshoot your left ankle. Then lift the torso up, bring the arms alongside the ears. Then bring the hands together in the center of the chest and then twist deeply over to the left. Get your right armpit on the outside of your left leg. So you got to sink lower and you got to move your left knee forward. Then look at the floor. Place the hands on the floor about the width of your chaturanga. Now, the key is getting your left leg on your right arm, right? So tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee up, bend your elbows, make a shelf for your left leg. Then start to bend the elbows and tilt your head over to the left and lift your hips up. Extend your left leg toward the windows and your right leg back toward the far right corner of the room. Yeah, Ekapada Kaldinyasana A. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Point that toe to that way. Exhale, 2. Point it foot like a foot. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Now think about it. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs like a pair of scissors and sit down in Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated spinal twist. It'll just happen naturally, I promise. On the inhale, lift the right arm up alongside the right ear. And then exhale, twist over to the left this time. Look over the left shoulder. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come center. And then exhale, counter twist. And then come center and our ankle to knee. So move the right shin forward, open up the left knee, left ankle on right knee. So now we're going to reverse that. And then right ankle underneath the left. And just move that foot off a little bit so you don't see the sole of the foot. Yeah. You can do it. You can do it. Just move. Yeah. Now just take both hands over there. Lean into that hip. Notice how that knee will go down. Then walk around and fold. Good. You don't have to apologize. Don't say sorry. Save it for something important. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. Now you got to do the same thing. Lift your knees up. Cross your left ankle on top of the right. Put your hands on blocks. Press into your hands. Lift your seat. Lift your feet. Give a little rock. Give a little roll. Jump back chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so what we did was Ekapada Kaldinyasana A. That was the hand balance we did. For some strange reason, I don't know why, but Ekapada Kaldinyasana B is easier than A. So we did A, now we're going to do B. Walk your feet forward until you're in a short down dog. In other words, Ashtanga style, like with your heels on the ground. So it's not a full forward fold. It's just a short down dog, okay? Now, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Now, bend the right knee, look at the windows, and start to bring your right knee on top of your right arm. Bend your elbows like a chaturanga. Get your inner right thigh on your right tricep. Then start to tilt forward, dipping in your shoulders. As you dip forward, look over to the right, lift the left leg up into the air, pointing the right toes toward the right side of the room. Ekapada Kaldinyasana A. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Good for you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that little shorter down dog really allows you to get your thigh on your arm. So it's just that, like we teach usually with a longer down dog, but this one makes sense because you need that space. So come into your short down dog, lift your left leg up into the air, then bend your left knee, bring your left knee to the outside of your left elbow. Start bending your elbows. Lift your left leg up a little bit. Get your left thigh on your left tricep. Tilt forward, dipping in your shoulders. Look to the left. Extend your left leg out to the left and lift that right foot up and point it away like a ballet dancer. Exhale 1. So point the toes like a ballet dancer. Exhale 2. You're getting it. It's Mula Bandha. You're missing. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Now extend that front leg. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look through your hands. Inhale, shoot your legs through your hands and sit down, extending your legs out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the right knee. Place your right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Twist your torso over your left leg. Exhale, fold forward. Hold on to your left foot. Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on the inhale, lift the head and chest. Okay? Let go of your foot. Now slide your forearms underneath your right leg. Lift your right leg up. Get your right leg above your right elbow, or at least onto the shoulder if you can, but at least get it past that elbow, okay? Now, you're going to take your 2 blocks, and you're going to put your blocks back here where you had them for Lolasana when I said lift your feet, give a little rock, give a little roll, jump back, chaturanga. You're going to come into a second Ekapada Kaldinyasana B, all right? Take your hands, put them on the blocks. A little longer arm sure does help. Then press into your hands, lift your seat and lift your left leg. Now bend your left knee and bring your left foot through your blocks and your hands and tilt forward and extend your left leg back with your right leg forward. Beautiful, Boone. And balance. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. It's possible. Everything is possible with God. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, shoot your legs through your box. Sit down again. Dorsiflex the feet. And exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana, 5 more breaths. Oh my goodness, it's like homage to Ashtanga tonight. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest as you bend your left knee. Exhale, open up your left knee. Left foot on inside of right thigh. Twist the torso over the right leg. Exhale, folding forward, holding onto your right foot. Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up. Slide your arms underneath your left shin. Lift your left leg up. Get your left leg above your elbow. It's even better if you can get it onto your shoulder. Yeah. Then place your hands on the floor on the blocks. Now, fingers are pointing forward. Press into the hands. Lift the hips. Lift the right leg. Bend the right knee. Thread the right foot through your legs. Come into an Ekapada Vinyasa B on the left side. Exhale, 1. Good, everybody. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Good, boom. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees, look through your hands. Inhale, shoot your legs through your hands. Come lay down on your back. Whoa. Wasn't that fun? I don't know. I'm living very vicariously through you guys. Bend the knees. Tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet are going to be hips width distance apart. Feet are going to stay on the ground. So you're just going to bend your knees. You're going to reach down with your middle finger. You're going to touch your heels with both fingers. So feet are flat on the ground. Knees are bent. Both knees. That's one knee. That's both knees. There you go. Not too far back. Just touch your heel with your middle finger. That way you know your knee is over your ankle. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Roll the shoulders underneath you. Setu Bandha Asana, half bridge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release the hands, lower the hips. Extend the legs out in front of you like a Shavasana. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Point the left fingers to the wall behind you. Roll over to the left and come lay down on your abdomen. So now the front of the room, the back of the room is the front is the back. We just switch things around a little bit. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms alongside the body. As one unit on the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. Shalabhasana, seat of the locust. Exhale, 1. So lift everything up. Lift the shoulders. Lift the toes. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down and relax. Bring the forehead to the earth. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Shift the weight from the pubic bone to the navel. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift the knees as high as the shoulders. Dhanurasana, seat of the bow. Exhale, 1. So lift the thighs off the ground. Exhale, 2. Lift the head and the chest. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently come down, release the feet, turn the cheek to one side, rock out the hips. So it's very peculiar, right? Because I'm asking you to think about the concept of you have a body, you have a mind, you're not the body, you're not the mind. And yet we're in a situation where we're using the body so much in a very complicated way. Asana is there to show you the possibilities, all of the things that could be possible. Most of the time, first time you do an asana, you think, I can't do that. That's crazy. You do it a couple of times and it's not so crazy, right? So these concepts like, who am I? Am I this body? Am I this mind? All of a sudden don't seem so crazy when you really start thinking, well, I'm not these things that my parents wanted me to be. I'm not these things that my friends at school want me to be. You start just eliminating things one by one. The easy things that will come easy. The harder things will be a little harder to question. They just will. It'll be natural that way. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles again. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good. Now stay. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Release the feet. Relax. I know many people who changed their name once they developed a spiritual practice, right? Their teacher said, I think you should change your name. And they changed their name. It may even be a foreign name than what they had before. But that's very common when people are on spiritual journeys. If they let go of the things the baggage that they brought to the table from the past, and they open up new possibilities by accepting something new. When somebody does that, they shouldn't be attached to that spiritual name either. They should be able to be called anything under their old name or their new name, and it doesn't matter. Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale in the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth, Ashtanga Namaskar. And I'll slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, come down and roll over onto the back again. Bend the knees. Here again, you're going to touch your heels with your index finger, making sure that your knees and ankles are in line with each other. You can come into a second half bridge if you would like to experience Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow seat. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. Press into the hands and the feet and lift the body off the floor, extending the arms, upward bow seat. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth if that feels good to you. You can windshield wiper back and forth. So we're going to do that 2 more times. We always do 3, you know. You could do more, but 3 seems like a good number. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, good Horus. Exhale, 3. Inhale, you're dropping a little here. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees. Last time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Making little circles on the sacrum if that feels good to you. And press straight down. Then let the knees come over to the left. Extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder, twisting, a little reclining twist, neutralizing the back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And then come back to center with the knees and switch sides. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees in the chest. Then place the feet on the floor. Open up the knees to the side. You can stay like this in Supta Baddha Konasana. Or if you want to, you can go to the wall and bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani. Or set up for shoulder stand, Salamba Sarvangasana. We'll have a shoulder stand sadhana, and then we'll do a headstand sadhana. So we're in our little inversion times. How is your inversions? Okay, let's go for it. How's your shoulder stand, since it's the first time we're together? Shoulder stand. Have you ever done shoulder stand? Like that? Okay, let's go. Woo, there you go. I like to do it with a little blanket. That's okay. I should show you how I was going to. So I like to put the blanket like this, then fold the mat over. Then your shoulders are here and your head's here. And we're not pushing into your neck at all. When you really infuse the sadhana into your life, like I said, it shouldn't matter anymore to you what people are projecting onto you. In the essay, I talk about how my mother at birth named me Austin Keith Sanderson, and then she proceeded to call me Keith for years. I hated the name Keith. And I could never understand why she didn't call me by my first name. I still don't really understand it. But when I left for college, I became Austin. I was like, I insisted that everybody call me Austin, and nobody knew anything about my past. So they accepted me as Austin. When my mother would show up, she would call me Keith in front of everybody. And like everybody would go, "Who's Keith?" And she would then tell her story how that she called me by my middle name. So it was always kind of like she became like the center of attention. It used to make me really angry. But then I started practicing yoga. And one day I heard my teacher say, you're not the body, you're not the mind, you're not this identification that you're identifying with. And my mother was on the phone with me that Sunday, and she called me Keith. And I'd been asking her for quite a while, like, can you call me Austin? And that day I just went, does it really matter what she calls you? Does it matter at all? And after that moment, I've never been angry by whatever she calls me. Doesn't matter what she calls me. Because the sadhana has allowed me to see that I'm more than just a name on a birth certificate or a driver's license. And if she called me Houston, I would answer. Or Dallas or Fort Worth, I could care less. So that's what yoga does for you. It lets you let go of those attachments that you're so attached to. Allow the toes to come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist and extend the arms along the floor. Halasana, seat of the plow. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then place the hands on the floor. Slowly come down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the floor. When the hips touch the floor, extend the legs out in front of you. Move any padding underneath the shoulders that you might still have underneath you. And then lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, pressing the elbows. Come onto the top of the head, fish, Matsyasana. 10 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Let's try it this way. Exhale 3. Lay your hips down. Turn your palms to face upward. Don't put your hands underneath your butt. Lift your chest. Lift your head. Put your head down and look back there. Now move your elbows down and notice how you can get there. But if you sit on your hands, you can't go anywhere. You're stuck. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then press in the elbows, bring the chin to the chest and come down. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Roll over to the left again. Come into a child seat. Okay. Now, you all know me. If you want to use a prop like a wall, a blanket, I don't mind. I'm a big prop guy. So from here, turn the palms to face upward. Bring the elbows a little closer together so there's a little elbow under shoulder. Then interlace the hands together into a single fist. Then place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees up and walk the feet forward till the hips are over the shoulders. Push into the forearms, taking weight out of your neck. That's key. You're pushing the floor away with your shoulders, your arms. Then start to bring the knees into the chest, the heels toward the seat. Half headstand, you can stay there. Then bring the knees toward the sky, moving the hips, and then finally extend the legs, coming into a headstand. Now, if you're going to use a blanket, what I would suggest doing with a blanket as a prop is not just put your head here, because look what that's doing. Look how woogie that is. So if I take it and I unfold it more, interlace your fingers like we did, put the blanket here, and then put your head on the blanket. I'm going to come and assist you too. Yes. Put your arms under the blanket and then put your head on the blanket. And that blanket's not going to move with you because you're balancing on the forearms, right? So the forearms are grounded. Yeah. Yeah. Bring your knees together. Yeah. So as you come up, squeeze your knees. Right? Now dorsiflex your feet. And in other words, like Tadasana, like you're standing on the floor, inwardly rotate so you come out of your back bend because you're putting yourself into a back bend. And that's going to be harder to sustain. So you got to move your pubic bone away from the windows and move your glutes back toward the wall behind you. Oh, there. There's cranial sacral. There. Don't go into the back bend. Don't go in the back bend. Don't stick your ribs out. Yep, there. Yeah. All right, sustain that. Good. Good. Last 12 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 12. Inhale. Exhale 11. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Pull the ribs in. Exhale 8. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, slowly come down. Good, with control. And rest in a child seat. Good for you. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Lift the head and chest up. And let's come lay down in Shavasana, corpse seat. And let's lay down with the head toward the windows, the feet toward the door, so that everybody's energy is moving in the same direction. And as you lay down, you can place a blanket on top of you. You can place a blanket underneath the knees. Both are good. Allow the breath now just to breathe the body. You don't have to breathe in any special way. And allow the body to become heavy, letting go of Mula Bandha. Relaxing at the pelvic floor. And then just close the eyes and let the earth just completely support the weight of the body. Shavasana, seat of the corpse. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, allow the breath to reanimate the body, making small movements with fingers and toes. Allow that movement to grow and stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Stretch the right side more than the left. Stretch the left side more than the right. And stretch both sides. And draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. Just stay there in a fetal position for a second. Pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up. And come up to a seated position. You can sit on a block, you can sit on the blanket. For a very brief meditation sadhana. So choosing a seat, pick a seat that you can sustain, that you won't fidget or move. And commit. And allow the breath to deepen again. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but for meditation, have breath awareness. Watch the inhales enter the body. Watch the exhales leave the body. And begin to draw the senses inward, letting my voice be the last thing to leave. As you close the eyes, begin to focus the mind. But to help you focus, I'm going to offer you a mantra. On the inhale, silently chant to yourself, so. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself, hum. Inhaling, so. Exhaling, hum. Inhaling, I. Exhaling, am. On your own. Inhaling deeply, exhaling everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om. Shanti, Shanti, Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here tonight and all your hard work and effort. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget that on the 20, I have to look at this date. The 20, I can't see it. 6th. There you go. I'm going blind. The 26th, we're going to have a workshop. There'll be 2 parts. One is going to be a bhakti yoga workshop, and then there'll be a kirtan after. You can do one event or both events. Kirtan is the singing back and forth. The bhakti yoga is the yoga of devotion. So how can you make, you bring more devotion to, especially a sadhana or practice that we as Westerners sell as a very physical thing? How can you bring that into it yourself? So check that out. It's on the board. Be loved, be vegan. I'll see you next time. Thank you.